Right. So, people, there's a couple of fighters who want to set the record straight. Right, last time out, it wasn't a good representation of what they can do. You know, so those actually are the first two fights on the card in the prelims, both featherweights. Right, we've got Charles Rosa against TJ Brown. And Rosa, he came to the UFC undefeated in his pro career, you know, undefeated, right? He was 9-0. 9-0, right? Impressive. But since being in the UFC, it's the you know, win-loss okey dokey he's been playing. Now, those losses have been to very good opponents, right? Dennis Silva, Yaya Rodriguez, Shane Burgos, Bryce Mitchell. You know, if you remember that one, whew, Derek Minner and Damon Jackson last time out. All right, so Rosa wants to show what he can do. He wants to put together a streak, right? He doesn't want to be like, I couldn't cut it really in the UFC. Now he's going up against TJ Brown, who coming off of winning his last fight, stopping his own little bit of a bad patch, right? So he came via the 2019 Contender Series. You know, he'd been doing some decent things in the regionals. Whew, forgot the word. Yeah, but came to UFC, lost the first two. Now that was Jordan Griffin and Danny Chavez, right? But he got a very good win against Kai Karamaka last time out in May 2021. So, I mean, this is an interesting one, right? This is an interesting one. Now, we have seen him lose via submission, but he's also pulled off a good few submissions, right? And Rosa, very good on the ground. Even though he was kind of owned by Mitchell, but it's just that, you know what I mean? It's that tier system, right? Mitchell is just very elite on the ground. So I think it's interesting. Rosa's stand up isn't bad either. So I think this is going to be a fun fight. I mean, I think I'm going to give it to Rosa. You know, I think I'm going to give it to Rosa, but boy, it's going to be that is a fun fight. So next up, right, we've got again, it's another featherweight clash. We got Kevin Croom against Brian Kelleher. And Croom, he came to the UFC with some, I think there was a lot of big talk about him, right? He fought Roosevelt Roberts. Last time out, though, he did get kind of owned by Alex Carreras. You know, you thought Carreras possibly was gonna finish that fight, but yeah, it went to a decision. But yeah, Carreras really did his thing. So, but that was early. That was February last year, man. So Chrome has been out for a little while. It's been out for a little while. He's won via submission, right? He's got TKOs. He's also lost via decision and TKO. So, he does like to put it out there. Now, someone who can pack a punch is Brian Boone Kelleher, who, got a win in his last fight, right, against Domingo Pieta. I think that was Pieta was a late replacement, but it was Keller was able to bounce back after a bit of a lackluster performance against Ricky Simone, in all honesty. But when you look at it, I think Keller has been in with probably the more elite opposition, right? He's fought against the likes of John Lineker, Marlon Vera, Montel Jackson, Cody Stademan, Simone, right? He's been in there with some very good opposition. I got a win over Osborne, who's been looking very good. Right. So, yeah, I think Kelleher has the edge with this one. You know what I mean? I think he has the edge. And I think he's just gonna, yeah, he's not gonna let Chrome course correct. Right. I think, yeah, Boom is going to be looking to lay it down. So, yeah, I'm taking Brian Kelleher in this one.